this time in the workshop is something really good. It's the Studer REVOX C274. So this is a 4-channel reel-to-reel tape recorder manufactured in Germany around 1990. It's got a built-in computer so it can do clever things like auto-reverse and auto-location of recordings. Sort of. Everything's touch button control on this, and it even sports 4 digital VU meters. Now, with analog level knobs, mind you. It's also got 3 speed settings, fast, slow and variable, also controlled by a little knob. At the top of the machine are the sockets for balanced input and output of all 4 channels, and a few other things. Don't know if I want to get involved with those. So this has been sent to me with a pair of blown reefer caps, but I don't know where they're from. It's a little bit concerning. I also don't know what's wrong with this, so I'm going to have to power it on anyway. I don't know what 7.5 is referring to. Does it know the date? No. I don't know if it will play or rewind with the tape not laced through. No. Well, let's just take the leader, wrap it round. I think it has to go like this. Across the heads and over the pinch roller. Oh, there's no rubber on it. You can get replacement idler tyres, but they are expensive. I'll have to order it in, but in the meantime, I'm going to check what I can. Just connect my balance test cable into this signal generator. Very usefully having floating outputs. We'll try channel 1 first. Well, there's nothing on the VU meter. I'll have to press something. Maybe this. Or this. There we go. Oh yes. So channel 1's definitely working. Oh, I like that display, look at that. Now for channel 2. Not sure what that even does. We'll find out. And channel 3. Well, that's a tight one. And channel 4. Well, that's excellent news. They all work. Thinking about it, as the tape sensor's covered up by the tape leader there, I think we can try and get it to play. So here it goes. Fast forward. No. Rewinds? No. I think it's stuck. Feels actually quite stiff. There's a brake on there. Well, I think that's normal. It goes this way, okay. Oh no. To be honest, it doesn't sound good and it feels even worse. Is that freed off? We'll try fast forward. I'll rewind. Weird. It keeps going the same way. About play. Wonder if it wants to see some tension. Oh. It's that computer brain interfering with its workings. I might have to read the manual. Okay, now I know what 7.5 is. That's the tape speed, 7.5 inches per second. There's also fast speed, 15 inches per second. And I've also managed to get the Capstan tyre in. It wasn't cheap, I tell you. Nearly £30. I'll tell you what, it doesn't feel as soft and as pliable as I'd like, but I haven't got a lot of choice, to be honest. We'll just unscrew this. See what it reveals. It's got a sintered bush. It's got a very roughly machined outer surface, so it's definitely going to grip onto the tyre, so I don't think it needs gluing on. Just a push fit. Certainly is a good fit as well. There we are. I'd say that's not going to come out very easily. Being a sintered bush, it should have oil in it already impregnated. I'm going to add just a little drop more, just to sort of replenish it. Just let that run around inside. And we'll get it on the shaft. Slide it on there. Just dab up any excess that may have flowed and put this little PHFE washer on. Oh, okay, we'll put it on here instead. Nice. So you can have another go at lacing this up properly, put it across the heads. That just tapes there like that. Okay, let's feed some of this tape on. Fast forward. Look at it go. Oh, it stopped. Will it play? What? That doesn't look good. Let's fast forward it again. Okay, rewind. It's going the wrong way. Still, it did that before, didn't it? There's definitely something up with this. Okay, it's going to have to come apart. We sort of expected that, didn't we? I don't fancy hand winding that tape back on the first spool, so I'm just going to take it off, load it up. Well, I don't see any case screws in the back, so we'll try these screws at the side, get these little wings off. There's our first glimpse of the die-cast frame. This thing is very heavy. Now I see why. I'm going to flip this over so I can get to its feet. Now it's got to go on its back. Definitely solidly made. Now I've got to get this off. Looks like we've got to take the tape trimmer off. Oh no, pinch roller's got to come off. Now it should come off. Yes, it does. It's worth noticing how dirty all the heads are. There's a lot of build up on there. Even on here, look, all this debris on there. It's quite rough. Even looking at the capstan, it's hard to tell. Is that rust or is that debris off the tape? I mean, if it's off the tape, it's iron oxide, which is rust. We'll see if it wipes off. And this guide here, got a lot of debris on it. Look at that. And I don't know, isn't that supposed to rotate? Well, it doesn't. I'll see if I can undo it, see if it frees off. That's not what I planned to happen. Let's see, little copper washer, that thing. Here's another piece, and another piece there. I'll fish it out. Yes. That bolt, on the other hand, has properly gone AWOL. Greedy thing swallowed it. Whilst I've got this machine on its back, I might as well clean these heads up. Oh, nearly forgot these. Let's have a go at that capstan, see if I can get that muck off. Yes, it's coming off. Look at that. Well, that's got to work better, hasn't it? Looks better anyway. I don't think I can lift this out, it's too heavy. Let's get it back upright. I just loosened the front panel off, so I've got something to grab hold of. Blimey, this thing is heavy. Come on out. This thing's a little bit top heavy, so I'm going to put the feet back on, which means I need to tip it over again. Bit of a workout, this one. Just need to shim this up a bit to get the feet on. Well, there we are. There's a big heavy chunk on the bench and an array of cards in the bottom. And a rather nice touch, there's a label here explaining what they're all for. That'll come in handy later. It's certainly a very industrial design. We've got this lying around. What is this from? It's a little bit stuck actually. Let's fish that out. And now we've found the missing nut. Let's get that retrieved. Well, that might as well go in with the rest of it. Have a little wash. Clean that tape residue off the roller. But what is this? Where has it come from? Well, it clearly clips onto some sort of round hole, and it's got these slots on there. So I'm thinking this is some sort of sensor ring. And rather alarmingly, is this one here. It's got a bent tooth. At least it's not broken off. And I also need to find out where these have come from. It's not obvious. Normally those types of caps are associated with the mains input. But I can see the reefer cap in there already. Is it from here? And why would they leave that one in? Let's take this cover off and have a closer look. This screw's rather tight. Squeaking. Well, we'll change that one because it doesn't look in great condition either. I've got this one to replace it, but the pin spacing's slightly smaller. Fortunately, they appear to have accounted for this in the design. Well, I think that can go back in. I'm sure there's nothing else wrong with this part. Ooh, that bit doesn't fit properly, does it? Must be one of those JIS screw heads. That's better. I'll just slip the cover back in. Bit awkward. So we've replaced one dodgy reefer cap, but we're still clueless as to where the other two came from. But it could be off this board, or behind this shield. Now that's a beautiful big green circuit board, but I don't see any signs of rework. Just a few more screws to get this board out. We'll try and catch these. I'm not sure what these screw heads are. We're now on a Phillips head number 2. The board seems to be trapped by a lot of wires, so I'm just going to undo some of them. Plugs are all different sizes, which is very helpful. If that's got a lock on it or not. No, it hasn't. This one has. Still trapped. This one here. And this one. And another couple here. So this will be the main control board. It's got power supplies on it and all the computery things over here. But nowhere where these would have come from. We've got some fuses here. We'll check those for a giggle. That's good. That's good. Oh, blown. What's this one? That's good. And this one, also good. But I do notice on this plug we've got all this sort of burn marks and splatter. The sort of thing you get when this happens. But it didn't happen here. But maybe it's off this board. No reefer caps on here. Doesn't look like a high voltage board either. I've decided to mark up all of these plugs because this could get a bit messy. Wish the pen was a bit better, honestly. Although what's going on here? That's in sideways. In fact, worse than that. There's a pin out. What does that go to? Well, it's plugged into J4 anyway, of the system control board. Let's pop that pin back in. It'll go, yeah. But that goes through here, then through to the front, then under the loudspeaker into this solenoid, whose job is to lift the tape away from the heads. Why would you undo that? Unless the solenoid's faulty. Let's test it. No, it works fine. Very strange. Well, we'll put it back in the right way. I'll label this one up now. This one is J5. System control. As you'd expect, this one is, yes, J1. Don't worry, I've seen it. There we go. After finding too many worrying signs of someone messing around in here, I thought it's prudent to print out the service manual. So I have, and oh boy, it's quite big. Whilst I've been marking up the plugs, I've noticed something about these sockets. These sockets are for the spindle motors. So one half is for the motor winding itself, and you can see a little peg in there to stop you getting these mixed up. So there's a peg in the middle and a peg on the left, so you can't plug these in the wrong way round. However, for the left hand spindle motor, they're the same, which is rather strange because you could easily mix them up. If we look in the service manual, we see these sockets are J9 and J10. So J9 should have a capacitor connected with a key on pin 1, and J10 is the motor with the key in pin 3. But I labelled these up as they were fitted in the board. They were the wrong way round. This is supposed to be connected to an 8 microfarad cap, and it's not. How about this one? 7.3. Yeah, that one's more like it. So the caps are in the back there somewhere. There it is. Oh, look, we've got a broken wire. Oh, how's that happened? So you can just about see the caps in there, but you can't really reach them. But they're bolted through the top here. I think it's time to strip this chassis down so I can actually get a better look at this. So I'm going to disconnect all the connectors off this board. This is the Capstan servo control board. I'll remove the socket plate first. Just let some slack off on these cables. Just going to take this off. This is the parallel interface card. Oh, I thought these cables were attached to the board. Just another cable tie. I'm just going to undo all these screws now. Hope for the best. Got this horrible feeling that the weight of this has been held by the power switch assembly. Let's pull this out before the thing snaps. Oh, 2 more screws at the front. Okay, this tells a story. We got some cut legs here, something's been snipped off, and we've got a blast mark. Could this be where these are from? I think so. Unfortunately, it looks like they cut the wire as well. Oops. Anyway, I should check that this cap's actually good. 7.3 microfarads. I'd say that's alright. Let's remove all this debris. Just bare the end of the wire. Just tin the wire so it solders a bit easier. So before they decided to explode, these were 150 volt AC 0.47 microfarads. Having a rummage around the parts drawer, and I've got just the right capacitors here. Let's get them fitted. Just connect them in parallel like they were before. I'm just going to wrap the one lead round here. And the same down there. Just put a bit of solder on there. Things stop sliding all over the worktop. Let's cut these bits off. This is one of those jobs that needs 3 hands, which I don't have. Just a little bit of juggling. There we go. Second leg's a lot easier, it's all held together. That's it. Although I do note there's only one capacitor shown on here. Someone's done a mod, but it must have been a mod that's done a long time ago. Those reefer caps don't fail overnight, you know. And now turning my attention back to the chassis, I spot a dust-free circle here on the spindle motor, which this one doesn't have. And look at that, this is where this ring's come from. But I think I need to straighten this little tooth because that's going to catch on something. There must be a sensor for it. And that'll be it here. It's broken off. I imagine it would have sat around like that, passing through a little slot switch, which isn't there. Now I don't know if I broke that off when the reel was stuck, but I didn't see it when I took it apart. Bit of a mystery. Just going to mount the tacho ring back on the motor so it'll hold it still. Just going to heat this up with some hot air. Not too hot, only 100 degrees. Just enough to soften it so I can bend this back into line. We'll just hold that in position, let it cool. I think that's it. Now, according to the schematics for the tacho PCB, the optocoupler is an ISTS 804, and it looks to me to have a very standard pin out, which is confirmed by the PCB layout here. You've got pin 1 in the corner, which is the anode for the LED. So I'll just snip this cable tie, just free the wires off, and undo these screws. Probably a good idea to leave this board off until this chassis is put back together. It's probably how it's got broken. Got a little collection of these I've built up, but I think something like that'll do. It does at least have markings on the case to tell you what the pins are. Anode, cathode for the LED, and the collector and emitter of the transistor. It does, however, have a little location dimple. That's no good on this board. I need to cut that off. Just get a little snip. And there's another one there. There was. Just drop it in the board. Like that. And just solder it in. It's as simple as that. I hope. And whilst I'm putting things right, I'm going to change the key on this. Move it to pin 1 like the other side. Just push that locking tab in, and it should pull out. There we go. Just push it into its new location, right in the middle. Perfect. So next on my list is this fuse, F3. Why is it blown? So fuse F3 comes straight off the main transformer. So you've got 27 volts AC, it's rectified by this bridge rectifier, stored on the smoothing caps here, and supplies 36 volts to the Capstan servo board. That could be a big problem if something's gone like this Capstan motor. That's a bit specialist. Let's hope it isn't. So let's get into it. So this is the bridge rectifier. We'll check it's not shorted. On diode test mode. Looks okay. Now the Capstan motor in here is a bit of a whopper. I don't know if it's got a gearbox in it. It mentions having grease inside. It's actually a 3-phase motor, so let's check the windings are balanced. There we go, 7 ohms there. Should have 7 ohms here. Yep, and over here. Yeah, they're okay. It's free to turn as well, so I don't think it's mechanically overloaded. So this is the Capstan servo board, and it's all pretty much standard chips, apart from this one. Well, I assume it's special because I'm suspicious of anything with a manufacturer's part number stuck on top of it. But nonetheless, it's responsible for driving these 6 output transistors. Need to check they're not damaged. According to the service manual, that chip is actually an 82S123, which is actually a programmable memory chip. A bit like a GAL chip. You've seen those before, yeah, on the Amiga repair. Well, let's hope it's not damaged. Just check these are alternating PNP and NPN. Just keep swapping the leads over. But there's only 6 of them. All good. It's going to inject some power in this thing, so I'm going to set it to 36 volts like it should have. Set the current to be, I don't know, 0.5. Not connecting a motor to it. Let's plug the leads in, mind you. Just connect the power on here. Positive on that pin. Negative over there. Okay, powering on. Yeah, there's no problem there. No drama. So there's nothing obviously wrong. I'm just going to put a new fuse in. So I don't think there's anything wrong behind here, so I'm going to put this chassis back on. Do these screws up to fasten the brace into the main chassis. Got that transformer flapping around. We can put the tacho sensor board on now. Nothing's catching, that's good. So I'm going to get a cable tie and we're going to roll the end round into a circle. I need this to sort of feed in one hole and come out the other end very easily. Just feed it in like a fish hook. Hopefully it comes out there. And it does. Makes it a bit awkward to feed it in there though. You can put the socket panel back on. Let's tidy these up as well. Now the parallel interface board. I don't know if this cable tie is actually going to reach. I bet it does. There we go. So I'll put the Capstan servo board back in position. I'm going to plug these in first. Tight that one. Where's connector number 1 gone? There it is. Let's get all these connectors back in. Remembering these are the other way around now. Hope they work. The wrong way round. Oh, I nearly forgot about these. Look how much was evaporated out of that. See if I can clean this muck off here. Yes, it's coming off quite nicely. Okay, to rebuild this guide, let's put a little copper washer on. Must go there because it doesn't really fit anywhere else. Put the roller on. And the other shield, is it? Okay, just offer this up to there. Find the socket. If it all goes together centrally. That feels like it. Just straighten this shield up. There we go. Put the pinch roller back on. And a little PHFE washer to hold that in place whilst I slide this cover over. Then put the screw through. Now, time to give it a test. Some power in. Turn it on. Oh, that's different. Well, some lights on, there's no display, nothing saying 7.5. What's wrong? That's a new fault and we don't know what's caused it, but we're not going to find out in this episode because I'm moving house in a few days and I've got to pack this workshop up. And the other workshop, the old workshop, that's still there, it still needs packing too, not to mention the whole house. So we'll resume this in the new workshop. Catch you next time.